Hello everyone. I am here to find out how Black Desert updated the tale of Imoogi. Land of the Morning Light as a main quest is composed by several tales. Once you finish the main quest, you'll have something like this, basically. And even though we don't have in the UI the tale of Imoogi and other tales, we have them in the library, in the adventure logs, specifically on this shelf. So, previously, the tale of Imoogi, just like other tales, was considered a secondary quest. However, now it is among the main quests. Did they voice acted the text? Because before it wasn't. We're going to find out. And tomorrow I'm here without Sweetsy. Actually, Sweetsy is next to me. But I am going to do the quest alone because we already did the quest with Sweetsy. And in fact, that's why we know that before it was not voice acted. So... As you can see, as always, you can start the quest from the quest UI. However, keep in mind that you need to complete all the main quests of Land of the Morning Light first. So, we start with the Black Spirit, and in fact we have it in the main quest tab now. Hey partner, seems like Lee Mongrion still got a lot on his plate. Or maybe he's still at Ximyangye because he needs our help. And of course, we are in front of the Ximyangye, one of the manors available on the Land of the Morning Lights. And the other one is this one here. We are here, next to Dalbeol village. And here we have the Royal Inspector Lee Mongrion. And if you did the whole Land of the Morning Light, you know who he is. Okay, apparently, at least this part is not voice acted. Haha, I've been waiting for you, my friend. So, how's life in the Land of the Morning Light? What is it? It's about this letter. I woke up and it was right beside my head. I don't know who did it, but they seem like quite the fellow to pull off something like this without leaving a trace. They've got guts. Guts, you say? Why does that remind me of Miss Mihon? Because the whole thing about the livers. Miss Mihon is the gumiho. But enough about that. Let's take a look at the letter together. A mysterious and fatal plague is on the verge of spreading in Dalbeol. This plague is dark, damp, fickle and depressing. Just like Black Desert. The seeds of the epidemic, have taken root in a small lot below Ximyangye. A looming catastrophe awaits if we fail to intervene quickly enough. It is dark, damp, fickle and depressing. It's only been so long since peace came upon Donghe, and yet another misfortune. To Dalbeol office. My friend, please go to the government office and meet Yimbang. Oh, just so you know, I can't accompany you any further, as my identity is now widely known in Donghe province by now. My presence would only cause more trouble. Surely, my friend, you won't ignore the people suffering after being granted the Ximyangye, right? Because of course we received the Ximyangye for as a gift for saving at least this part of the Land of the Morning Light. You're practically part of the government now. Though many have suffered under Yang Ikson, the Yangban. I can't remember the title now, but like the bad chief, the people still have no choice but to rely on the government. The government office is a reliable source of information. What about starting your investigation there, my friend? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I leave it all to you and slack off. I've got duties to attend myself. We shall meet again soon. So at least this part was not voice acted. Sage. Oh my goodness, traveler, you are here. Anyone come over here now. A honored guest sent by the royal inspector has arrived. Get some snacks ready, quick.
My. From where I'm sitting, I'm holding all the cards. There are so many others who can offer the same service as you. Hyungam! I have brought along a fine liquor from the foreign ambassador, sure to provide us with minimal consequences in the morning.
This is actually from another quest, but okay. This is a recent report on the epidemic that occurred. Mr. Park vomited black water after drinking and died of dehydration. Mr. Park... For real. Mr. Park's son also experienced 3 days of dark vomiting black liquid and died from dehydration. The livestock bled black blood and the corpse rotted. See these. Why have you been slacking off until now? I've seen everything, playing, eating and goofing around. It was a child. This cheeky little kid. Where did you come from all of a sudden? But in the conversation of adults, get lost. Ha, you are still a rotten scoundrel. No hint of remorse. Why hasn't the royal inspector taken these men into custody? Oh no, wait, it's not what you think. I didn't realize it was such a big deal. Traveler, please spare me. I was goofing around. I wasn't goofing around. Let's go investigating corpses. Yay. No, cropses. My bad. Oh. Legit mistake considering what they just said. The pig pen, the well. Okay, let's see. That's the pig pen. The crops. Crops grown with the sweat of the people. Investigate. Everything looks fine at first glance, but upon digging the roots are rotten and black, the surrounding soil is cracking, and the insects living underground are all dead. It's as if the plants are pleading to sever their own roots. They are decaying from within, as if infested by parasites. And everything is inedible. Let's go check the pigs. A place where we once had to return the pigs who escaped the pen in the Golden Pig quest. There are traces of struggle everywhere, all the pigs are dead. Yay! The swineherd says that all they did was bathe the pigs in the waterfall. Then their skin started falling off layer by layer. Pigs might love to play around and tussle in the mud, but these prints were made by something writhing in pain. Breathing in pain. Let's check the last thing, which is the well. Well. A well that the villagers use for drinking water. It smelled terribly foul. This water is rotten, isn't it? There's no doubt that this well was used by the villagers. The water has blackened, and this pungent odor is getting worse. Looking around, it seems to have been like this for quite a while. This has to be the only well around here. Of course, they have to put him here. Have you seen it all now? This, only you, traveler, can fix it. But wait, what's happening here, Yibang? This is a barn for livestock. Why are people trapped here? Hey, who do you think you are, speaking so disrespectfully to me? Didn't I tell you not to butt in when adults are talking? Where do you live anyway? This Dalbeol is my home. So what? What are you going to do about it? But anyway, tell me why there are people in here first. Traveler, look over there. I have put my own body on the line to halt the spread of the plague. I'm so cold, it itches. My goodness, a sick person should go see a doctor. Is this really what a king intends, honestly? Hush. Have you not heard the Yibang's words? The plague-curing chief is working on a medicine. Let me go to the outhouse at least. I promise not to wander off. People said the same some time ago. How can I relieve myself with a sick person beside me? If you let them go, Dalbeol will be consumed by plague in no time. Won't you inform the royal inspector about my contribution? Get rid of all constables from the barn. Get rid of them? Not place more constable? Oh no, traveler, you mustn't get any closer. I know you want to act as soon as possible, but it's too dangerous. I saved your life this time, traveler. Prepare a hefty amount of Dalbeol gukpak. Oh my! How do you know I was up working all night and I'm absolutely famished? But traveler, I'm kind of sick of gukpak. I think the royal inspector brought something from Seoul, right? It must be as precious as those stars in the sky. Request Byeot County to send all possible healers. Traveler, did you forget that our chief of Dalbeol is renowned healer? There's no need to spread word. Look at you, lying to their face. Since when did you regard the chief with such respect? If the chief had known, I would have as well. You are a selfish man who's blatantly unaware. What are you talking about, traveler? Those orders you gave me, they can't have been for the ill. Yibang, there is no reward for you. We are all equal under the sky. Of course. But you know what they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You are truly clueless, unaware of the harm you have caused. How can you unjustly treat the ones in pain like this? My goodness, I've committed grave sin. Please don't let the royal inspector know of this. Tend to village tasks and reflect on your sins. That's nonsense. What do you think you are, the royal inspector? Well, you'll have to get through the traveler if you don't want to. Do you really think you can take them on? Just my luck. This is all because of Iksun. Dear heavens. Whatever, man. Now we go to talk to the child, who's definitely a child. Wow, you settled that rather well. I'm impressed. But hey, aren't you curious about who I really am? A bit too cocky are we after being bestowed the Shimyangye and all? It's a shame the so-called hero of Dongye province is so reckless. Meh. They call you the ruler of the back, don't they? Then how come you are doing such a horrible job of protecting this land? The child disappears with a poof, and in her place stands Kumi-hun. Oh, I'm sure you had no clue, of course, and couldn't give a darn. Busy inviting foreigners and throwing a lavish party, what a remarkable feat. Because, of course, she was mad at us at the end of the questline because we didn't invite her to the big branch with the Banana Nosu people. The letter by Mongyong had was you? Humans are so slow. If even a fox senses something amiss, it's grave matter. People come seeking help, but the Yibang turns a blind eye. He's too busy fretting over being dragged to Seoul instead. So why us? You are the plague expert? Excuse me, what? The plague expert? Ha! Is this because I almost had a hand in unleashing a plague over Dalbeol? In the tale of Gumiho. You know how much effort I put into stopping this plague? It's thanks to me that this green fog didn't spread any further. Seems like you can take care of it yourself. That's not true. It might look easy to you, but this plague, I can fend it off on my own. This isn't just any plague. It came from across the sea. Wait a second. You are also from across the sea? Alright, stop. It wasn't me. Haha, kidding. I already have someone I'm suspicious of. Look around. Black waters, black blood. It must be one who controls the rain clouds. Water knows no boundaries. It mingles and intermingles, ultimately taking over the world. Shall we start treating the people first? Before you do, go and meet someone on a Shimyangye for me. You'll be glad to see them. Back to the Shimyangye we go. And I'm still very sad we have no voice acting. However, I'm starting to think that probably we need to mandatory do this quest because it will be needed for the Land of the Morning Light Part 2. Oh, look at the happy face you got. You've got a huge whale of Giwa house too. Didn't I tell you that you've got a promising future? Because he's the one predicting the future and we found him in the tale of the Gusense. So, hand it over. It's the fortune-telling fee, obviously. In a situation like this, where the fox stepped up, means that Dalbeol might be in great peril. We need to wake the unconscious first. They are the only ones who will have seen the truth of this situation. If the culprit really is that serpent that reigns over rain clouds, like the fox said, we must counteract it with the appropriate energy. Head to the peak of Bumbawi. You'll get to see the old lady again too. You might find the path there a bit daunting, but we really need to conduct this ritual if we want to counteract the serpent's energy, so good luck. Then, how do I know of this fox name? You will need to ask that to Dooshik. Okay. And back we go to an old friend from the Mudang Wraith's tale, Lady Birigondok. Of course, the Bembawi Valley is the valley protected by Sangun. And here we go. Oh! Cinematic. Oh, more than cinematic, interactive. Okay, the several type of Changi whose I don't remember all names because they're very many. So it was you, the person with good fortune that Dohon sent. I was able to complete the ritual thanks to you. The chunky energy that you gather into this jar will hurt those who were possessed by the black waters. That beast has always had a temper, but it's never caused harm itself before. You want to know what it is that brought the plague over from across the sea? Let's not jump to conclusion. We are also just speculating. It could be none other than Imoogi, the agricultural deity of Donghe. And that's why Imoogi as a boss has the earth element. Have you heard of the saying, when the dragon and the tiger clash? These titans are deemed evenly matched in strength, their conflict an eternal contest. Imoogi, a serpent that trains under the waters for 1,000 years to become a dragon, reigns over the rain clouds. If Imoogi is culprit behind this plague, this medicine imbued with the energy of the tiger will nullify the disease. Hurry back and hand out the medicine to the people. I must know what they saw with their own eyes. We got promoted to male guy as always. God bless my horsey. So you become a changi because you were taking so long. Hurry and give the medicine. I need to hear what happened. Take this medicine. Thank you so much. I thought we were all going to die, like Mr. Park. I heard that screams resounded throughout Donghe until someone came about like the wind and restored peace. Are you perhaps? Thank you for saving my son. You too, miss. You hurled yourself into such danger. What? Do you know how old I... it's nothing. Granny, hurry and take the medicine. You must live long and healthy. How long has this been going on here? Back when tiger attacks were at their peaks, so basically at the beginning of the story of Land of the Morning Light, maybe it was because of Sangon's rage that the heavens withheld rain. And even the Yongam of the East, yeah, the Yongam, didn't remember this name, perform a rain ritual at the altar sky. We know because we saw it in the Gusense. The Gusense would appear and take people's lives. So, though we were hesitant, we saw out Imoogi and wished for rain. We were on the brink of death. Fair point. Yes, I was right, Imoogi. But why are you scared of the rascal? He's real fun if you get to know him. An Imoogi trick of some sort? Yes. 3 days later, it suddenly began to pour black rain, and it killed our crops, our livestock, even the people. Don't get too friendly with Imoogi. He's changed. He's not the Imoogi that the old ladies used to tell us about in their tales anymore. Yeah, surely he doesn't want to become a dragon now. That hurt his pride. But wait, black rain? Ah, don't tell me it's that thing from 50 years ago. So, there's been black rain before? Yeah. Around 50 years ago, I still vividly remember storm clouds. No, dense, murking green clouds that roll in like a foul storm. It's the same black rain from back when I was young. The rain that ate away our crops and took my parents from me. Excuse me, you must go to the barn right away. She's refusing to take her medicine until she speaks to you. You again? Black rain? Sounds like more of a headache than I thought. Imoogi, that rascal. What in the world happened to him? This is strange. Why isn't he accepting me? What should I do now? Calm down and tell me the truth if you wish to leave. Could it be that you are that sacrificial child of Imoogi this time? Yes, I am Imoogi's child for this wish. Under normal circumstances, I should have been here. When Imoogi has to grant a bunch of people's wishes all at once, it demands the sacrifice of a young child. It asks for someone to disguise themselves as Imoogi during the ritual, just to stay safe from any possible threats, you know? But no ordinary human would even think about pulling off such a daring move. But hey, you haven't exactly received Imoogi's blessing, huh? Yeah, it didn't grant me the blessing, just sent me away. I even told it that I would die soon if things stayed this way. That heartless serpent. Let's go. What do you mean where? To Imoogi's nest. Hurry up. Anyway, you, child, you're certainly calm. As if you lived hundreds of years. Huh, that's a joke. Okay. Okay, and to Imoogi's nest we go. Oh, look who it is! Sung-san never showed up when I asked to go on a picnic, but he's here now. Sung-san, what brings you here? We are merely a stream of water trickling under the morning light, and I believe that's how we met once again at the water's edge. As a descendant of Habek, the god of water, I couldn't simply watch as the black rain became a black river. Ha! So you are of the Hado school. No wonder you didn't seem ordinary. Go do something about Imoogi, will you? Oh, probably because it's related to the Hado school. Can you summon Imoogi? Haha, traveler, you are definitely out of the ordinary. You must think there must be nothing to fear now after having already encountered Agumiho. How could a mere human summon Imoogi? And you, miss, do you still resent Imoogi for what happened? Mind your own business, you won't understand even if I explain. Humans' hearts are swayed as easily as reeds. Thinking Imoogi would be any different? It sounds like Imoogi is temperamental. Imoogi. Exactly so, Imoogi, known as the agricultural deity who reigns over the rain clouds. If it fails to become a dragon after 1,000 years of cultivation, it goes into despair. When the 1,000th year arrives, if the first human encounter call it a snake, not a dragon, it has to start the 1,000-year cultivation all over again. However, from what I heard, Donke's Imoogi gave up on becoming a dragon. He made a solemn pledge to stay among the people, bringing down rain for them. You may know the depths of 10 rivers, but you can't fathom Imoogi's heart. How could he forget the incident from 50 years ago and let down black rain? Imoogi did not take the Imoogi child. That's going too far. If a ritual requires a significant amount of energy, Imoogi needs an Imoogi child. Usually, Imoogi chooses a child on the brink of death, and after the ritual, he cures the child as a gesture of gratitude. Thus, the fact that the child was simply sent back means that he's decided to let death take her. Does that mean the black rain was not a mistake but intentional? On top of that, there was a green fog consuming the area where the black rain fell. That rascal even brought a plague from all the way across the sea. What is that over there? That is the Imoogi altar. Actually, it's a little bit on the left. But why do I smell something terrible? We should take a closer look. Whoa, lady, slow down. I don't have a good feeling about this. And Dohon read my fate to be death by drowning. This place is surrounded by water, so I have to be careful. That man said to be the so-called descendant of Habek. I'm leaving first. You take your time. No way, the altar has been completely shrouded in a murky green fog, and the way it's overflowing. It's just like what we witnessed back in the village. It must have spread from here. Got any clue about what might be behind all this, Sung-san? I must admit, this is entirely new to me. My eyes! Could it be? Am I the only one seeing the sun appear black right now? I drain all my Do energy, vanquishing the fog from the village. Aha, I've got a great idea. Of course, I never fail to come through. I don't have all the answer, but earlier I managed to get rid of the green fog, so let's use the essence of the tiger to dissipate this fog now. We both possess Earth aura, so it should be doable. Doable. But how do we capture Sangun again? Remember those Oduxini that were unleashed from the Tiger Palace? They gradually amass fragments of our desires. The Oduxini are the black spirits in Korean. Then they built a shrine, the so-called Black Shrine. Go there, but don't you get befuddled by hallucinations. Wow, you got yourself into the Black Shrine in no time. Alright, hurry and purify the Imoogi altar. Purify Imoogi altar with Sangun's energy. Because the idea is that you have to do at least Calamity 1 of Sangun. Since I already did it, I didn't have to complete. But at this point in theory, you should go and do my suggestion is doing Calamity 1 Sangun. Alright, at the very least, people will be spared from suffering for some time. Now, all that's left is to confront Imoogi and give him a good old kick in the butt. But where in the world is he? Did he go for a stroll? Hey, it's me, Turt. I need your help. Something totally bad has happened. Wait, aren't you Mr. Turt? What brings you here all the way from Byeot County? Imoogi is laying waste to the Dragon Palace. We are all gonna die if this continues, Third. What? At the Dragon Palace? Purifying the altar didn't do anything? It doesn't look like it will end easily. It was almost uncontrollable 50 years ago as well. Were you saying that while looking at me? Oh, I remember now. I gave it a good scolding back then. Yes, it seems like we can find answers in the past, but in the book, I read that the Fox sisters were present at the scene. Do you expect me to remember? Sung-san, try living 900 years. You'll forget things here and there too. Look for it yourselves then. Okay. So, we go at the Chongsang Institute and meet a certain person. Should have taken the Pegasus. Myop, what brings you here, and with precious guests in tow? Miss Myop, what brings you here? Mr. Turt caused a ruckus, Myop, blubbering about the Dragon Palace being on the verge of destruction, Myop. Oh, traveler, long time no see. People have gathered, worried about their crops because of Imoogi. Byeot scholars and their know-it-all attitude. No need to rub your knowledge, the traveler already probably knows. Chongsang scholars and their king of the world attitude, because these two schools hate each other. One is on the coast, the other one is on an island. At a time like this, I'm not rubbing my knowledge anywhere, I'm just very close to the traveler. Quiet, you both are acting like flopping little children, Myop. Quiet, Myop. This is in the marketplace, Myop. Get to the Imoogi problem first, Myop. I heard that Imoogi was defeated before. Of course, Myop. That's why studying history is flopping important. It was about 50 years ago when the skies of Donghe were shrouded by black clouds. Thank you, Sweetsy, for this addition to the thingy. For days, these clouds did not budge, Myop, but the sun could not penetrate through the deep green fog. The grass of this land withered, and the beasts fell one by one, and madness overtook every human clear because of the clouds. So it was basically the black plague of the black spirits. They said that they saw a flopping black sun in the clear sky, Myop. They stretched their necks out and spent the whole day staring at the sky, Myop, not very healthy for your eyes. The black clouds were created by Imoogi? No, it came flopping from across the sea, Myop. At the time, the folks were hoppity-hopping for clear rain to wash away the clouds. However, upon hearing their plea for clear rain, Imoogi unleashed the black rain, a bone-chilling downpour that melted flesh, Myop. Turtley Turt. During that time, Imoogi was not in the right shell, Turt. His eyes were filled with nothing but green haze, Turt. In the end, Lord Bonhuan of Mount Ashi, who's now slumbering, made the ultimate sacrifice, Myop. He dispelled the black clouds that engulfed Donghe and went into a deep slumber. So now we know why Bonhuan is in slumber, and probably this will be relevant, hopefully, in Land of the Morning Light Part 2. It just clicked. Wenjun struggled a lot. The skies were clear, but dealing with Imoogi was still our responsibility. Could it be you are one of those sisters? Turt, the thing you learn when you live long enough. The fox that helped grandfather seal Dark Bonhuan was you and your sister? Yeah, that's right. Oh, you must be the grandson of Wenjun. Ha! Why did I do last time? Quiet down, Myop. I masked in my mind. By the way, didn't the travel come from across the sea, Myop? When the black clouds rolled in from across the sea half a century ago, there were people who crossed the sea to find the source of the clouds, Myop, because everything originated from us, basically. Can you examine the records, Myop? Please tell me if you hop on any answer, Myop. And we have to go check the books in there. So. A prophecy. Okay, this is not written in language of the Morning Light. 3 months ago, while traversing the Red Desert, I came across a dying prophet, whose words proved to be true. The world is being drenched with a brilliant darkness, Hadum. Your breath is seeping into every corner of this world, Calphion overtaken by Black Death, Kamasilvia overtaken by dark spirits, and the encroaching black clouds across the sea. Soon, the sacred tree of Elvia will take root in this world as well, and I, as your servant, do not regret burning this body to honor you. Okay. Ah, that was supposed to be the last one. This is the record left by those who were dispatched on the place called Dalbeol, which is Calphion, across the sea, to investigate the black clouds that appeared about 50 years ago. Dalbeol,
It's actually Dalbeol.
Yeah.
Oh my, no, well, like, in pronunciation, because it's the romanized K.
Yeah.
So it's Kalbion, not Kalbion. Kalbion.
Kalbion.
Kalbion.
Something like
Oh
that.
my god. I just realized because the way it's not Galbion, it felt so off. Like, that was how close, but Galbion. Galbion. Ah, of course. What did I think about?
I just mind blown, Switzy. Kalbion, the once brilliant and bustling land of the eagle, is now overrun by a plague that turns all that it touches to rotting piles of flesh. The people of Galbion have named this the Black Plague. Have they been cursed with the rage of the gods of heaven and earth? Even here, the eyes of the dead have turned green. Once it was black, red, by the way. A green that is diminished scent of the green fog that appeared with the black clouds. But I guess they changed it because the color of Elvia is green. Yeah, because basically there is Galbion, which is like Galbion, Camasilia, because they don't have the V sound, and an ancient text. This is the record left by those who were dispatched to the place called Camasilia, which is like Camasilvia, across the sea to investigate the black clouds that appeared about 50 years ago. In Camasilia, the forest that never sleeps are dark spirits. Their language is far too difficult. Something like the dark spirits burn the villages into ashes. Is the rage of the gods of heaven and earth seeping over to this land as well? And then, like, the last part was talking about probably Caphras. It is said the book was discovered in a place called the Black Desert. It was hard to read, though translated. In conclusion, it was defined as a day when Yahweh, named Hadum, from across the sea, swallowed all the gods of heaven and earth of this world. So basically, Hadum is called Yahweh, which I guess it's like the yokai in Japanese. Thankfully, Lord Bon Juan protected this land, but what happened to the land beyond the sea remains a mystery. Nothing went well, my brother. So probably Lord Bon Juan sacrificed himself to protect the place, sort of like happened to La Bresca for Mountain of Eternal Winter. Yo Gue.
I will let you know.
Ahem. Who is that maiden with you? Can't you introduce her to me after all the time together dealing with the petition? Ahem. Not that I'm interested or anything, but I watch her pick up some books, then head off to the gazebo at the peak of Chongsang Institute. Oh, how determined she was to climb up. Why am I being like this? I should be focusing on my studies. Yeah, bro. Whatever. Let's go, horsey. With the W. Like Y-O-G-W-E. I love this place. Wow, the memories. Yes, we did have time like this. What are you doing in the flower bed? Someone told me a long time ago that because my head is filled with flowers that I should read on flower bed as well. Okay? Do you know what this book is about? It's about the time, 50 years ago, when we subdued Imoogi after Bon Juan vanquished the Black Clouds. Here, it writes about me and my sister. Look, in the second year of Young John, the sky was covered in black clouds, because here the calendar is based on the emperor, on the ruling emperor. Imoogi, 50 years passed. Imoogi Imoogi called down black rain and plague broke out, and the rain turned to snow and froze the earth below. The court ordered the young leader of the Missing Investigation Bureau, Yang Yungu, to kill Imoogi, but he spoke out against this order. Imoogi, once completing the dragon orb, ascends after 1,000 years, but the dragon orb must never fall into the Imoogi's possession. If the dragon orb gathers the life energy, Imoogi calls down rain, brimming with life, and it will rain death over the earth if the orb gathers deathly energy. The argument that the properties of the rain could change based on the will of the dragon orb instead of Imoogi's was quite convincing. Here it is, the part about me and my sister. The Missing Investigation Bureau prepared an offering for the creatures of the earth. However, this was a crisis that even woke Bongwan, and all Yogwes came together as one, because they called also the Gumihos Yogwes. It's written like this, by the way. Even the Fox sisters, who are known to be overly fussy in what they involve themselves in, willingly offer the help. Oh, this is it? Overly fussy? Ha! Just like they say no good deeds goes unpunished. And then, tail, sealing Imoogi away. Do you remember back when we stole the dragon orb, but then it transformed into a ganchul? Thank Duokshini saved the humans from its flame. The Imoogi meant the ganchul got a good... I can't read it too fast. Basically, Sangun, Gumiho, and... Sangun, Gumiho, and Duokshini allied together to defeat Imoogi because all of them share the earth element. So, the Gumihos managed the orb. Sangun fought the Imoogi when he became a Ganchun, and the Duokshini protected the humans. Wow, the memories! Yes, we did have times like this. First, the Fox sisters stole Imoogi's dragon orb, just as the Mythic Investigation Bureau predicted. The dragon orb was polluted with evil energy. When Imoogi with the dragon orb stolen from him began wreaking havoc, Duoxini, the king of Dokkebi, stood against him. Then Sangun awake to seal the weakened Imoogi as Yang Yungu of the Missing Investigation Bureau successfully purified the dragon orb. Lord Bonghwan absorbed not only the black clouds but also the poison to save the people. In that process, a mysterious dark spirit possessed Lord Bonghwan, and that's when he went out of control. Ha Wenyun used the Palyu bells at the secret society and Sangun's Tebek orb together, and barely managed to seal him. Yeah, it's, they have a different transliteration, but is the I guess it's monster is the general translation, but the meaning is similar to the concept is similar to the one of the yokai, which is like deities that could be good or bad according to various situations, like the daimones in ancient Greek. I remember how we wrestled with that serpent and worked up a sweat while taking out the dragon orb with my sister. Well, it was good to stretch my body after such a long time. Anyway, we were the real heroes who successfully took out the dragon orb, right? But something's odd. After regaining its senses, Imoogi realized what he had done and returned the dragon orb. Yes, it means he has given up on becoming a dragon. The Mythic Investigation Bureau concealed the dragon orb somewhere in this land, but somewhere unknown, somewhere that nobody can find. Wait, but that raises more troubling question, doesn't it? If the dragon orb hasn't been tainted like back then, all of this boils down to Imoogi's own will, doesn't it? It chose to return the dragon orb not so long ago, and now it wants to become a Ganchul? What's going on? Yes, Ganchul. It's what we call the corrupted Imoogi. Ganchul spews forth not the rain, but fire, devastating the whole area. Have you hopped around for some answers, Myop? So, you are saying Imoogi doesn't have the dragon orb right now, Myop? Yes, and this time he's returned corrupt by his own will. Snakes are inherently deceitful and fickle creatures, yet to become a Ganchul, I don't think it's a wise decision. It must have regretted returning the flopping dragon orb, Myop, but we can let him become a Ganchul, Myop. Do you have a plan? I heard that Imoogi has always enjoyed playing tricks and grants wishes only on certain conditions. Are you thinking of wishing for him to remain in his current form instead of becoming a Ganchul? This Imoogi is bent on bringing destruction upon the people. Who knows what conditions Imoogi will propose? Though Byeot scholars not know that if one fails to follow the condition, the great misfortune will come to that person? I'm suggesting we try the most we can. Does Chungson always resort to violence? Why not join the military instead then? Quite, Myop. You surely can call yourself scholars, Myop. A serpent likes bats, Myop. Let's trick it, Myop. I'll trust your ploy, Miss Myop. Me? Well, I'm honored, Myop. Understood, Myop. I'll take on Imoogi. If I end up as the serpent meal, please inform others of my demise. Myop? Inform whom? Do you have to ask Myop? To the royal court, of course. Let them know and sacrifice myself for the homeland, even in exile, Myop. Oh, yeah. Looks like things are going surprisingly well, huh? She's a cunning rabbit. She can handle herself with the serpent. But hey, Sungsan is calling you over there. He seems to have something to discuss privately. And let's discuss something privately. Though I do not doubt Miss Mio's insight, there's one thing that worries me. I believe we must act as well. You think the dragon orb might be tainted? If they hid the dragon orb somewhere nobody knows, no one would have known if someone found the orb. If the person who found the dragon orb intentionally tainted the orb, it would put Imoogi in a pitiful situation. No way! Nobody knows that the Mythic Investigation Bureau hid the orb, and there's no one out there to taint the dragon orb of 1,000 years. If the dragon orb can be purified, one can do the opposite. The descendants of the long disbanded Mythical Investigation Bureau are the Centipedes. The Centipede Market used to be the Bureau? What? That can be. The Centipede Market is a bunch of psychopaths who butcher any being that isn't human, because it's basically like a black market where hunters bring dead mythical creatures that in theory should be protected. And you're saying that they are the descendants of the Mythic Investigation Bureau? The Mythic Investigation Bureau who joined hands with me to save Imoogi? Then who were those people from the Mythic Investigation Bureau who chased my sister? The Centipedes were in Byeot County too? Lower your voice, miss. not many know of this truth. Even I just happened to stumble upon it. No wonder they can exterminate mythical creatures. That's right, perhaps all of this is part of the grand scheme of the centipede market to hunt down Imoogi. That's why we must find out if the dragon orb is safe. Once we do, then things may be easier than we think. But can we really find the orb? If the centipede market is really behind this, they might have already taken it away. They hid it, so there's no way they just leave it like that, right? Does anyone know anything? What about Mongjong? He works for the royal court. The position cannot act as a panacea. There's no way someone who just became a royal inspector would know about something that happened 50 years ago. Fair point. So, someone besides the bureau knows of its location. Keen observation. Back then, my father, one of the key figures of the secret society, received a royal command to hide the 5 pieces of the dragon orb. At the time, the royal court didn't trust the Mythic Investigation Bureau. The problem is, he deleted the records as per the command. All we can guess is that the 5 pieces of the orb are buried somewhere underneath this island, but I have an idea. Herb gatherers who keep close to the ground might be able to find traces. I think the royal inspector can gather them. Haha, gather the gatherer. Come on, horsey. Let's try to use the speed superpower of the hell horse. You appeared just in time when I wanted to seek your opinion. I've been pondering about what to do with these folks. Though everyone had their reasons, they ultimately aided the corrupted officials. I'd love to have a drink with you, but work seems never ending. You want me to summon the herbs gatherer from all across the country? For what? Imoogi, Mythic Investigation Bureau, Centipede Market. How could this be? I knew the Mythic Investigation Bureau has been shut down, but how did it end up tuning into the Centipede Market? Traveler, Inspector, terrible news. Miss Mio is... Imoogi has devoured Miss Mio third. No conditions, no wishes. It wasn't gonna list from the beginning. No, I believe that Miss Mio is still alive. I'll catch up soon, so please rescue her first. Let's go to save the bunny. I'm not paid enough for this job. Ah, yes, the power of Jesus Christ. We are even able to walk on the water. Bloop, bloop. Yay. Ganchul. Imoogi became a Ganchul Turt. As a punishment for devouring Miss Mio, it became a Ganchul Turt. But why Ganchul's flames? Oh, over there, isn't a Gumiha Turt? We almost ended up going to the depths of fiery hell together, I observed from the back, and Imoogi is not acting out of its own volition. So you're saying it's because of the dragon orb, Turt? That's ridiculous, Turt. The orb was hidden by the Mating Investigation Bureau and is gone, Turt. Absolutely. I'm staking my liver and left wrist on it. Okay? I'm certain. So now, no matter what happens, we must find the dragon orb. Without my sister, I alone can't hold out for long. And where is Sung-san? Is he gone to the depths of the mountain to dig up Will Ginseng? Speak of the tiger, isn't that Sung-san third? I heard the royal inspector is soon to be assigned to the royal secretary office. Thanks to that, I found the record in the journal. The journal from royal secretary office? There are records left behind by those who oversaw royal commands. They are more detailed and thorough than any other records in the world. Look, the king said to Park Gyeongjik, do not record what I say today in the official history. Then Jang Junggo, the head of Mythic Investigation Bureau, asked where should I hide the dragon orb. The king replied, store it in the Tiger Palace. This was a secret conversation and was not to be recorded. Good job. The writer of this record defied the king's order not to write it down and preserve it nonetheless. Isn't he truly a man of unyielding spirit? Thanks to him, we, descendants, are able to benefit from this. But seeing that Imoogi, I'm in Ganchul state, I don't think the Dragon Ball of Tiger Palace is safe. No way. Isn't Sangun guarding the Tiger Palace? Yes, back then it was the safest place in the world, but the Tiger Palace was attacked not long ago. We know for all the story with Sangun and Little Sangun. And even Sangun, who protected Tiger Palace, is now gone. Sort of. It wouldn't be surprising if something out of the ordinary happens again. We are unsure how the dragon orb ended up imbuing with such dark. We are unsure how the dragon orb ended up imbuing such dark energy, but we need to cleanse the dragon orb. Look, Agumiho that the royal inspector mentioned. Please, sir, we beg you to help us save our inspector. There's a massive, inexplicable hole in the Tiger Palace and everyone is being sucked into the hole. But how must we purify this dragon orb? No, never mind. Let's go first. I trust you, traveler. Sung-san, where are you going? You don't even know how to fight. You should go down the village and bring back the Imoogi child. The Imoogi girl? Why? We need to read the ancient characters engraved on the dragon orb. Only Imoogi and the Imoogi child can decipher them. Unless we uncover the story behind what happened to Imoogi, we won't be able to purify the dragon orb. Got it. Traveler, I trust you with this. I'll take the Imoogi child with me, so please, go ahead. Let's go. Yeah, Sangun is no more here. Tell me more. Oh, good to see you. Did you miss me? Look there. I found the strange rift gaping wide open. The rift's energy is making my head throb. Wait, how can you be so calm? Because I'm cursed. In the journal of the Royal Secretary's office, we found the hidden location of the dragon orb, but there was no record of how to cleanse it. Fair point. I did, however, find a clue in the records of Lee Garam, the Lieutenant General of Donghae Province 50 years ago. The black clouds that swept over the sea scattered green fog across the entire land. As the fog swallowed the dragon orb, Imoogi unleashed a downpour of black rain. The land rotted under the black rain, and people screamed in agony. Brace yourself, my friend. The story gets even more horrifying. The dragon orb that Fox had taken from Imoogi, which had been tainted by the black clouds, created a massive rift. It was pouring out monstrous creatures. They were beings never seen before in this land. Undoubtedly, they were the spirits who arrived with the black clouds from beyond the Margoria Sea. The Mythic Investigation Bureau and Secret Society fought a life and death battle together. After countless sacrifice, they finally achieved victory, it says. And we have the design of what most likely are the demons from Aliaelli. Or like demons in general, because they are the same found by the scholar in the alternative reality. The Gigagord. I fought the Gigagord. I will never be up to speed with your skill. This country is so lucky to have you. That's why records are so important. You can learn something valuable from it. But why is the rift just as before? With the energy of sun, earth, moon, light and shadows, they spoke of the rift sealing shut and dragon orb being cleansed. It's okay. You two have done your best. Now let's leave the rest to this Imoogi child. Sung-san, but the rift, it's... Steadfast, the Imoogi child approaches the dragon orb. Don't be afraid, don't you hear me? I'm Imoogi, imprisoned with within the dragon orb. The voice of Imoogi imprisoned within the dragon orb resonates to the Imoogi child. Your death shall mark the beginning of a new doom, they said. Who made the dragon orb like this? A mob of 100 that came past Dong province. They wish for me to give life to a small tree. They also knew that they must adhere to a condition for their wish to be granted. If they do not follow this condition, their wish will become misfortune. I examine the face of the person when making a condition. I determine a condition that is feasible, yet may prove difficult if they are blinded by greed. But this time I could not read their faces. They were all wearing masks of a centipede. Unfortunately, they seemed unaware that these masks were eating into their souls. And thus I laid out the condition for the wish, to discard the mask immediately and live a long life until the tree grows tall. Must have been the centipede market. I don't know much about that. All I wished for was their long life. I made a contract, and I showered the young sapling that entrusted me with rain, but not a single leaf on the tree got wet. Then they began taking off their masks one by one, and in front of me they all chose to end their own lives. My death shall mark the beginning of a new doom. They all said the same thing. When their blood touched the tree, the leaves, which hadn't been dampened by my rain, came to life. The leaves sprouted and grew in an instant, and the wish was fulfilled, but everyone who made that wish ended up dead. Their souls fell into damnation because of the contract. They will live in despair forever. Even the Imoogi child they offered took their own life in front of me. I felt miserable. The Imoogi child could fully sense my feelings, but despite knowing my thoughts and emotions, I found myself sinking deeper into the abyss of despair, even as their tree burrowed into my body, sending its root deep within me. What on earth? The roots of the tree have spread through this land, reaching even the Tiger Palace. That's how Duxini was building up its power here, the Black Spirit. To use the seeds of the plague from across the sea and exploit Imoogi's scheme to hunt him down? Do they truly intend to leave only humans on this land? Imoogi, we must first save your soul. To trick Imoogi at his own game, to hunt him down by using the seeds of plague brought from across the sea? I don't want anyone else to sacrifice themselves because of me. Take care of yourself. Don't waste it in vain. No, the sacrifice can be made with this body as the offering. Imoogi, please, don't sink deeper into the darkness. What? Look, my friend. My friend possesses a truly magnificent power. You might not believe it, but she has 9 tails. There's nothing she can't cure. It's okay. My life in this body has come to an end, but just going to where I need to be, so there's nothing to worry about. A life in this body? What do you mean? Hey, say something. We can't just let her become an offering. I apologize for not recognizing you from the beginning. I see that your good deeds continue even after death. Yes, and give my regards to. Never mind. And traveler, thank you for spending some time with my mission. So, chances are the child was the sister. What? What was that? My mission? Oh, here in the very spot where the little one vanished, there a strange bead. These resemble what Gumiho used to wear around her neck, right? And the dragon orb, it has been cleansed. Hehe. Even last time at the U cave in Byeot County. What is the revered Sungsan anywho? Or rather than who? What is he? So she was Mihen's sister? That's right, it just popped into my head as well. Ko Myun, who showed me kindness in my youth. I heard she scattered 100 beads across the land before she died. When sacrifice is necessary in this world, she said she would shoulder the burden. So that gal was some kind of incarnation of Miss Myun. After being hunted by folks, yet doing everything she could. It may be hard to believe, but it seems to be true. Ha! It seems like your dialect slips out when you're flustered, doesn't it? Anyway, fortunately, the dragon orb has been cleansed. So, let us go and revive Ganchul. No, Imoogi. We can't lose Imoogi to the centipede market as well, can we? And how about returning the orb to Miss Myun? She'll probably be deeply grateful. No, Mian. Why the hell were you so late, Third? Miss Gumiho almost died and met the Dragon King. Where is Imoogi? No, Ganchul. Surely he hasn't gone off to another place again. No, Third. Ganchul has also been gravely injured, but it appears to be. Ah, it is awakened, Third. Fucking boars, man. What the fuck? Oh my god, this boar. Oh my god. I only missed the goddamn bug boar. Where is Imoogi? No, Ganchul surely isn't gone off another place again. No, Ganchul has been. It has awakened. Third, Inspector, let's treat Miss Mihun together. If this flame touches her heart, she could perish. He's awakening again. Okay, the cinematic is exactly the same as the other time. Aww. Second phase. Okay, we did it. Once you return the dragon orb, a strong light started to envelop the surroundings. A stone lantern that illuminated the Imoogi's nest. I'm going to change my clothes. Well done, what a relief. Peace has returned like it never left. Perhaps the dragon orb is restoring the soul of Imoogi. If we return in a few days, we might even be able to see it return to normal. The inspector has gone to gather medicinal herbs, and Miss Mihun has been taken to Miss Mio's by Mr. Tort. The green fog has vanished from all corners, and I've just heard that even the afflicted have fully recovered. Hold on a second. Who hopped over to my house, Mio? Why did the turtle show up at my doorstep? Oh, Miss Mio, you came back safe from Imoogi's belly. Honestly, you flopping forgot about me and didn't hop over to find me. But let me remind you who I am. I am Miss Mio. Thanks to you, I had an extraordinary adventure exploring the insides of Imoogi's belly. As for how I managed to escape, well, let's just say I'd rather not discuss it. I should hop back home. If that giant Gumiho throws a tantrum, my house will crumble. Myop. I will finish up here and follow after Miss Mio to deliver her sister orb when Miss Mihon wakes up. Per point. I already heard all the news, as I expected. You handled the situation well on your own. You said that we were in this together. Haha, that's why I've been working so hard. I was actually investigating something peculiar at Imoogi's nest. It appears to be something left behind by the Centipede Market, a group of 100 who came looking for Imoogi 50 years ago. Who are these people of Centipede Market, really? They give me the creeps. They are nothing but a bunch of cultists. Probably they are related to Adum as well at this point. A bloody letter from the Centipede Market. Look at this. It's a blood-written letter left behind. It says they are willing to sacrifice their lives to catch Imoogi. But it's strange. They killed Gumiho by themselves. So why did they only corrupt Imoogi and leave it be? If their goal is to annihilate all Yogwes, which are like these peculiar creatures of Land of the Morning Light, their actions don't make any sense. Also, it seems someone deliberately destroyed the records of Meeting Investigation Bureau, the previously body of the Centipede Market. This also shows the Centipede Market is deeply involved in the affairs of this land. Even though the records are gone, the truth remains and will uncover it someday. We experienced it firsthand during our adventure in Donghe Province. Yogwes are also part of this nation. This distorted belief of annihilating everything but humans, I can't accept that. They failed this time, so they'll come out of hiding sooner or later. Let's wait for the right moment. Oh, and when you have time, let's visit Miss Mihun. She went through a lot. She would bring her some fresh... we should bring her some fresh pig liver. that was the storybook of Imoogi. Now available in the adventure log shelf. What is it? Okay. It's the Tale of Dongye Province number 4. Perfect. So, that was it. Probably they changed some things to reference more what happens in the main continent. So basically, Land of the Morning Light doesn't become just the beach episode of every anime. And I expected some voice acting. Apparently not even in the cinematic. So I'm a bit sad. But anyway. Thank you everyone for watching, and let's see you all next time. Bye!